Okay, we're back at it. It's another day, and got a little bit of wire to strip finally. So today we should be able to go around the world of scrap: aluminum, brass, copper, transformers, electric motor stators, copper wire, other miscellaneous stuff, stainless steel. We got it all, man. We literally got it all, and it's everywhere. So being that yesterday it pretty much rained all day, and the only thing I really got done was delivering the generator and picking up that scrap, which, you know, bringing in more scrap. We need to get some stuff out of here. All right, rain stopped, so I was able to move some stuff around and get to some copper. We need to get some high dollar stuff out of here. So I'm gonna focus on stripping this wire. We have this basket, which I don't know about the green stuff. I mean, it's there, I'll probably strip it. This is all strippable to me. I'm just gonna start feeding it right in. I got the machine dialed for that size. We have a little bit bigger stuff over here, and a little mix. This here's pretty much probably some spaghetti. There's a couple nuggets down below. We got some transformers in there, and we got some transformers over here. There was a couple copper ones down in there. Got a whole bunch of these little micro transformers. I don't know if I'll get into that today, but I got a pile there, and I got a pile of big boys sitting out there. And we got this mess over here. But for now, this is easy money. And Steve went to go get some propane for the forklift. Oh, he might be back. I think he's back just in time. I better get a drum set up for him. And we're gonna have ourselves a stripping party. With this big old pile of spaghetti over here, I'm just gonna grab one color and work that color. Kind of work that color right into the thing, and my clutch is finally starting to work. The belt's starting to lose its traction. The reason why I'm not just letting that run in super long runs, it'll be a tangled mess on the backside. It's so much easier when you got 6 to 10 foot pieces you're pulling down in here. It'll be a nightmare. What I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna get the jawl over here. I'm just gonna drop the jawl in here and make a couple cuts real quick. Man, that one really got in there. Now you can turn that other fan on over there. So the reason that happens is if there's not a gap between this roller and the one underneath, that stuff will deadhead into it and then just bird nest up in here. Now, it's been raining, this stuff has been sitting out in the weather, so that actually, this gets wet and it doesn't grab that, and this roller will just jam it in there, and if it doesn't bite it, you got a problem. That's why it originally came with adjustments like this. There was one here and one here. They stripped out, and I just put a piece of wire in there to get a gap. You only need a little gap. I probably should put a bigger piece of wire in there. Seem to be running all right until that one piece. So if it keeps happening, we're gonna have to increase the gap. But for now, we're just gonna let it ride. All right, we're getting down to it. So I sorted out all the wire we're gonna strip. Those little nuggets. This pile here. This is too small. Fatty wire. I ain't got time for that. We'll send it with that stuff there. We got a nice little chunk. This barrel is gonna be close to full, probably full by the time we're done. So I got a couple little chunks of this. This is like there's actually some good battery cable. All right, we got all this wire stripped and pretty much cleaned up the mess, but we made another mess in the process. And this is all the wire I'm not gonna strip. Now I was gonna weigh this up, see where we're at, but unfortunately the other day when I moved the scale, I had the wire tucked up underneath and I set the scale down on top of the wire and pinched it off. Steve actually fixed it once, and I could have swore I plugged it in and checked it and it worked. And then anyway, I could have swore I plugged it in and checked it, and I just plugged it in and I got an error 6 code. So we actually opened it up. I was wondering if something in it got wet because it's been raining non-stop. But this thing's been outside for 6 months. I don't know. However long I've had the forklift, I put this thing outside and it's pretty much been in the rain. There's a, I got it covered up right now, but there's a bunch of stuff in here. That thing was covering it, but I don't know if water leaked down in it. It shouldn't be a problem because it's been out in the weather. I was getting an error 6 or something, code 6. So we actually opened it up and I found that it had a way longer cord than I thought it did, which is nice because now I can kind of maybe route it up and over, I don't know, and into the building. But hopefully he can get that fixed. If not, I do have my digital scale I keep in my truck, but that's not too good for weighing like big pallets. It has the same capacity. They're both 2,000 pounds, but the other one's a 2x2. This is a 4x4. And yeah, it just sucks. Might have to call a company to come. This scale was actually certified because I got it from the Palm Beach Kennel Club. They used to weigh the race dogs. Down here in Florida, they outlawed dog racing for some stupid reason. And I bought that scale from them. They weren't weighing the dogs anymore. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna go clean the bench off because it seems like it's raining again. And I'm gonna bring in a pallet of stuff, and we're just gonna work inside the shop for now. So I'm gonna kind of make some room on the bench here, clean up my mess of all these things from the other day, and always something. And we're gonna process a couple more pallets of stuff and clean up this stuff, find all the transformers and stuff like that, and then we're going to probably bring in all them big stators and start pulling some copper before it gets too late. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dancing before?